I've noticed, particularly in America, but we were seeing, okay, you don't, let's not call it anti-Semitism necessarily, but a hostility towards Israel and the Jewish people on the left of American politics. But I'm seeing pockets of it rising on the right, where there are people like Ben Shapiro, who's the one of the most popular conservative-leaning Orthodox Jewish commentators, who is starting to get people, other conservative-leaning commentators, saying that he should rename his media site, the Daily Wire, to the Jewish Wire, and that it because he's so supportive of Israel. And we're starting to hear these words of dual loyalties come up again, where some people are saying, "Hey, who are you really loyal to, America or Israel?" And I wonder, what are your thoughts on that? This is the issue of dual loyalties is something that goes back even to like the times of the ancient times. I saw a really beautiful essay talking about, like, we even see this to some extent with Moses, where the question is brought out when he needs to quickly circumcise his child. Who really are you? Are you an Egyptian? Are you a part of the nation of Israel? Do you think there's something? What do you think the answer is to the accusation of people saying you have dual loyalties? My instinctive feeling is like, we all have multiple loyalties in life. I'm loyal to my family, I'm loyal to my friends. There doesn't necessarily have to be a contradiction. Then they say, yeah, but we say America first. Do you think they have a point? And what would be your response to this issue?
So again, without the theological background, without the theological element, none of this makes any sense. I was speaking in a public school years ago, many years ago. One of the mothers happened to be visiting her son at school, and she sat in on the class. And I don't remember what I spoke about, but as soon as I finished, she challenges me. She says, I just want to know one thing. Are you a Jew first or an American first?
Wow.
So I very casually said, oh, a Jew first, of course. She said, what do you mean, of course? I said, well, if I have to be an American first, I might as well have stayed in Europe. The greatness of America is that in America, you can be a Jew first. Otherwise, what's so special about America? So it's really not a very intelligent question. It's more of an emotional insecurity. Dare we be Jews first? Because some people might get upset. The whole idea is, in America, you don't have to be an American first, which is not contradicting the idea of America first relative to other countries. Of course, America before Europe, America before Asia, America before Africa, but not America before me. I can't be me, I have to be America. That's not American. So when you say America first, you mean you can be a Jew first in America. But when it becomes pro Israel, it sounds like we're putting another country before our own country.
Right.
That's not the case. Support of Israel is not support of a country, it's the support of your fellow Jews. And the real question is, how is it that other people are not supportive of their own nations, of their own religion, co religionists? Why are Christians in America not supportive of Christians in Arab states?
Hmm.
Is that dual loyalties? No, it's not. So I would ask anybody, One question: are you an American first, or are you a husband first? Okay, that's absurd. Yes, I'm a husband first. Is that violating the Constitution?
Yeah, yeah. The other thing as well is that as Jews, when we've been to other countries, we may well have wanted to be a German first, but they turned around and said, "No, no, no, you're not." So to some extent, that's been my response, which is that our, you're telling me to put these countries first, but our experience has been not that we don't want to help make another country successful, but it's not even down to us.
Well, that's exactly what we did with Gaza. We gave them Gaza and we said, Gaza first. And look what they did.
Hmm.
They said, no, you're not giving us Gaza. And we have no gratitude. We owe you nothing. It's our land to begin with. And the fact that you gave it to us only shows that you know that you're guilty,
Hmm.
which, of course, encourages what happened October 7th.
Hmm.
But going back to the halls of higher learning,
Yeah.
it's been a challenge for many, many years. As I remember from the 50s, even. It's been very difficult to convince Jews, or anybody else for that matter, that a college education isn't worth the paper it's written on. That's a clumsy analogy, but whatever. Uh, if you're not teaching morality, then don't call it education. Being familiar with history, geography, even science, that's not an education. It's like going to the Boy Scouts, know how to start a campfire. It's not an education. That's a
Hmm.
training, a good training. Survival talents. It's not an education. Education means you know what life is for. 8 years of university college teaching and you have no idea what life is for. Back in the 50s it was so hard. What are you talking about? Education is our only hope. Educated people are not barbarians. Yes, they are. They're educated barbarians. They're more dangerous than the uneducated. So, this cold indifference to the massacres and to the horrors of October 7th, since the 50s, we've been saying this. A college education is not an education. It'll make you money, it won't make you a mensch.
Hmm.
So, then, if education doesn't teach life, who does? Where do we learn about life? Religion. Isn't this whole problem religious? Isn't it religion that is causing this problem in the first place? So you're going to rely on religion to teach morality? In Christianity, the violence, the beatings, the torture, the torture chambers of the Inquisition, it was all coming from religion. Today, putting babies into an oven Only religion can be that violent. And not only don't they feel guilty, they feel virtuous. That's what religion can do to you. Make you feel like you're serving God by being evil. So, if education is not going to produce morality, and religion is not producing morality, then what's left? Your parents. Your parents will teach you morality. Well, not a chance, because they went to college. And they might even be religious. So, who is the most dangerous man in the world today? Or was? An educated Muslim. Bin Laden.
Yeah.
He's the poster boy. A terrible combination. The immorality of religion and the immorality of secular knowledge. I think that's so clear. It's so obvious. And all the arguments are just noise. That's part of what is going to happen when Mashiach comes, where the choice will be so obvious. The truth will be so obvious. What's the option? Surrender to the immorality of religion? Not anymore. There are no sacred cows. If your religion is bad, we call it out. Nobody is immune. Not because of politics, not because of religion, and not in the name of higher education. If you're bad, I don't care if you're the president of Cambridge or Yale or even Oxford.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching. If you want to watch another one, click here. If you want to subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest JTV content, click here. And if you're feeling really keen, you can click the join button down below underneath this video, where you can get perks including early access to new videos and private live discussions with me, where we can talk about JTV content and strategy moving forward, and I'll get to hear from you. Thanks again for watching.